So Dr. Seuss is the latest center of controversy and the latest person to be used by conservatives to scream about cancel culture. What did Dr. Seuss do exactly? Well, his estate pulled 6 of his books for their not-so-glamorous depictions of minority groups like African Americans and Asian people. These books include And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligot's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, The Cat's Quizzer. 6 books that I have never fucking heard of and certainly I've never read as a child. And to my knowledge, none of these books were the heavy hitters like Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, Horton Hears a Who, The Grinch, or any of the other classic children's books he wrote and illustrated throughout his career. These were pretty much forgotten books that no one really cared about up until this point, but this is still the source of conservative outrage because it's like every week they need someone new to screech about the same exact fucking thing. Dr. Seuss is not cancelled, quote unquote, it's just that they're getting rid of some racist books he wrote way back when he was a racist himself, and I'm willing to bet that none of you who are outraged over this had any sort of attachment to these books, and I'm also willing to bet you never even fucking heard of these books up until you heard that they were being pulled. Some of these illustrations depicted black people as barbaric, giving them the stereotypical fish lips, making them look like monkeys essentially, and with Asian people it was just the stereotypical slanty eyes, yellow skin, oriental clothing, straw hats, chopsticks, basically every Asian stereotype you could think of under the sun were in these illustrations. I don't really see the loss. Like, what value do these books have, aside from pushing and propagating the same old, outdated stereotypes of minority groups? Why should shit like that be in a child's book collection? Like, it kind of makes me raise an eyebrow and wonder why it is exactly that you people are so outraged over these books that contain very offensive depictions of minority groups are being removed. Maybe it's because you people are racist yourselves. Oh, that explains a lot, actually. Because why else would you people be so angry over these books that you probably didn't even fucking care about before this controversy, probably didn't even read before this controversy, and I'm willing to bet didn't even fucking hear about prior to this controversy. But I digress. Dr. Seuss's racist past is really no secret. I've known about it for years now. Hell, I even made a video about it some years ago, back in my Chud days. It was some video response to some Wall Street Journal video that shedded light on his old racist illustrations, and I basically said, well, he lived in a completely different time, so that completely excuses him from making these old racist illustrations. Ugh, I removed that video like a year ago. Anyways, Dr. Seuss was very pro-Japanese internment camps. This really showed in old racist anti-Japanese propaganda comics he made during World War II. He even had comics depicting African Americans as, again, barbaric, giving them the stereotypical big lips, making them look like monkeys, and he even wrote the N-word in quite a few of these comics, so he had a pretty egregious past when it comes to racism. But here's the thing, though. Dr. Seuss later on in life expressed regret for these illustrations. He would come to make children's books promoting equality and inclusivity like the Sneetches during the Civil Rights era. And I'm willing to bet that these books his estate are pulling now are what he probably considered himself his less desirable work. So can you at least take that in mind before you get all bent out of shape and outraged over his estate pulling these books that, again, no one fucking cared about before this controversy? What value is being lost exactly over these books simply not being published anymore? For all I know, plenty of these books got into the hands of families that are part of the groups of people that he mocked with these illustrations that are in these books. Mommy, why do these people look so weird? Mommy is at a loss because she can't really explain it to her child yet because her child might be a little too young to grasp racism. The last thing Blackface should be in is in a children's book, especially in the year 2021. We don't need shit like this in the world anymore. We don't need shit like this, especially being seen by children in this world anymore. I saw one stupid Twitter post that went viral written by some stupid conservative lady that said something along these lines. Children should be reading, not thinking about racism. So if you truly believe that, and you really want to stick to that principle, you should be in support of these books being removed because of their racist depictions. And I'm sure that would ultimately lead to a conversation about racism between the parent and the child. But oh wait, I know why you said that. You want people to shut up about racism because you just want people to keep sucking up to the white man. It's not about keeping your child safe or any other bullshit like that. It's what I said. Just come clean already. And under that same post was a picture of their child in a Cat in the Hat costume. Basically saying, yeah, I'm gonna have my child still read books like Cat in the Hat. Are you upset now, liberals? Which, okay, cool, but Cat in the Hat isn't the center of controversy. It is these 6 books that do not include Cat in the Hat that are the center of controversy. Books that I'm sure your child has never read because you never heard of them yourself. You also have pictures of conservative figures like Donald Trump Jr. reading Cat in the Hat to their children, which, I mean, aren't you the same people that say, don't use your children as pawns for your political agenda to the left, yet here you are posting pictures of your children, essentially using them as pawns for your political agenda? Grade A hypocrisy right there. You're so desperate to own the liberals' epic style that you're reading your children the completely wrong books that are not under scrutiny and are not being pulled. Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and all the other classics are completely fine. They are still going to be sold. It is just these 6 forgotten books, and you're going to forget about this surely by next week. Same with Gina Carano and all the other quote-unquote canceled people that you cared about for like 5 fucking seconds. But go on right ahead. Keep posting your pictures of reading your children Green Eggs and Ham and Cat in the Hat, because that surely does not make you stupid at all, and that surely does not expose you as just a simple bandwagon jumper and only care about owning the liberals, and that's the beginning and end of your political ideology. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video now. I'm so fucking sick of talking about these cancel culture stories. I think if by next week another one of these big cancel culture stories are gonna crop up, which it surely will, I'm probably gonna sit it out unless I have something really interesting to say about it or I'm just really interested in the topic. Because it's just so redundant. Something not even remotely bad happens, conservatives get so fucking outraged, I explain why it's not nearly as bad as they think it is. You know, it was fun for a while, but now it's just getting so fucking tiring. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.